everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. How are you doing? It's Friday night, and I wanted to give you a fun little project that maybe you can do with a little one tomorrow morning or Sunday, or I think for a lot of us it's a long weekend, and that is these really fun Valentines, and they are no glue. And really, there's not much to it since it's no glue. You basically cut out the backs and the top piece, and you choose whatever color you like. I mean, I've cut them out in red and white. Even black comes out very nice. And I choose a different sort of background piece, and then you just tuck in on all four corners the Valentine, and there you go. Isn't that really adorable? And here are just a couple of the, I think there's like 12 different ones available in this set, and I'm going to show you where to find it. And I'm also going to put in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to Design Space with all of these Valentines, but I also want to show you where to find it, find these, because in addition to all of these really fun, this is one of my favorite, Be Mine, but you know, in addition to all of these fun Valentines, there are a number of other really awesome ones for spring, including St. Patrick's Day and also Easter, and just like a lot of fun. I mean, a couple of them are a little like iffy, I don't know, but I even liked this one here. I want to show you this 100% green one because, you know, I'm into that green stuff. So it just, for me, was kind of a fun like play on the whole St. Patrick's Day. So I'm showing you from my iPad, but it's very similar in when you do it on your desktop. And I just wanted to remind you that we are still going forward with that desktop app for Design Space, and so I hear at the end of the month they'll be discontinuing the web browser. So if you haven't already, and you do use the desktop app, or you do use the browser, you need to make the switch, which means downloading, and it's really quite simple. And if you run into problems, the folks over at Cricut want you to contact the customer care department to help you through it. And they realize that there are a few bugs that they're working through. So I heard from them a couple of days ago, and it sounds to me like they really are right on top of it. So anyway, moving right along. In Design Space, when you're looking for images in Design Space, this is on my iPad, of course, but what you're going to do is you're going to search by cartridges, okay? And you're going to type in the word spring. So we're going to search, and you come up with all of these wonderful spring cartridges, and you notice that some of these have an A listed next to them. That means that they're a part of Cricut Access. Cricut Access is that image subscription program that I am always talking about. It's really a great bargain. Like for less than $10 a month, you have access to 100,000 images. And what's really fun is that all of the old images, and this is one of them, it's called Spring Holiday Cards. So when you click on that, it will open up to this. And you see there's all of these wonderful choices, as well as a few things for envelopes and little boxes that you could make and put your treats inside of them. But there's envelopes too. So yeah, I've given these out as Valentines for my son's class, and I haven't ever put them in an envelope. What I do usually is I cut them out with a patterned background, patterned like one-sided, and then I would just write his name on the back. and that seemed sufficient for that purpose. But you can also put, put in an envelope and mail it. And so this is called Spring Holiday Cards, and this is a set of images that was made years ago, and used to be available on like a cartridge. And that's what I love about Access, is that all of these old that were cartridges, including like these ones here, these used to be like, they were like light cartridges. They only had less than 100 images on them. This one here, Spring Cottage, I remember buying that, and we're going to be doing something in there as well that is like a 3D strawberry with a strawberry basket. We're going to be doing that later on. But this is it's a treasure trove when you start looking at these cartridges, and some of these older cartridges that, they're not new, but they've got a lot of fun projects on them. This is another one that I love, Home for the Holidays. And so this one is called Spring Holiday Cards. And when you go there, you'll see that in addition to having all of these Valentines, there are also all these wonderful things for St. Patrick's Day and for Easter and for spring. And it's really just fun. It's a fun little project. Really nothing to show you about how to put them together. Again, it's just a matter of cutting them out and using whatever top piece you want. In this case, I used black, but I also have used white, and this is pink and red, right? And then picking out a bottom piece, you could use a solid color, but I like to use this pattern paper that's one-sided, not double-sided pattern. And then you can just flip them over and write in the name of the recipient or of who's sending them. And these are just so much fun, so much better than the Valentines you'd get at the drugstore that are like this big. I could never get over that. I just like a really big Valentine, and they look really awesome. And some of them are a little odd, like this one, Love You to Death. I don't think, maybe I wouldn't do that one, but I love this one, Totally Yours, and You Rock, and Be My Matey. I mean, just a lot of fun stuff, right? So, and then you got your basic Happy Valentine's Day. So you can pick and choose and just cut a whole bunch out, and then invite the little ones over, or have your little ones in your craft studio to make a bunch of Valentines. And these are really quick. They go together quick, no glue, and a really fun and very achievable project. Let's see. Going forward this weekend, we're going to be also doing boxes. We're going to be doing this box with a 3D bow on it. This is very similar to a box we did recently, but I loved the bow and I wanted to show you that. And I also wanted to show you the paper that came in the recent mystery box. So I wanted to show you that, and I actually made it larger. So if you didn't want to just make this small bow, I can show you, I'm going to show you how to make a larger one as well. Not just a bow, the box. So it's really a fun box, and it can be made bigger. This is, I'm not saying it's as big as it gets. You could probably go bigger than that, but it's just a real basic box with or without the bow. You can use without the bow. You can maybe even put some of those fun rolled flowers. And then the second box that I'm going to show you is this one that's cut out from one piece, and the top is actually attached. So it's like a little treasure chest, I think. Really fun. This one here is about this size. You could go a little bit smaller, but going bigger would be a little difficult because it all cuts from one piece of paper. So I'm going to show you how to do both of those boxes, and I'm going to show you how to do these rolled roses in 3 different sizes. And then I forgot to tell you about this one. I figured I needed a banner. Oh, I needed a banner. Let me show you what I came up with. This is also Cricut Access Images. These really adorable, I think they're called papel picado. Maybe my friend Abigail, who's a Spanish speaker, would know. best, but what they're called. But I think it's sort of a technique that's used in Mexico or in Central America, and they've done it in sort of this Valentine-y thing. So I've cut it out to say "Be Mine" with these adorable cupids, and I wish I had a piece of paper to show you so you can see the detail. Let me see, I got one here. Here, so let's see. Okay, here we go. So here's the detail on these, and these are super easy to cut out as well, and it's just going to be real festive hanging this. And we'll talk a little bit about the whole papel picado idea, and usually with Cinco de Mayo, but we'll do this one for Valentine's Day, because I'm sure all of us have taken down all of our holiday decorations and the house is looking sort of drab again, and boy, this is a drab time of year. It can be a drab time of year, so why not liven it up with a little bit of paper crafts, especially using your Cricut. Well, that's it for me for this evening. I'll see you again tomorrow. My name is Rita, and this is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. I hope you're following the page. If you're following the page, we do giveaways here, and most of the time all you have to do is just be following the page to be eligible for the giveaway. We have a couple more giveaways coming up for this month. We do them every month, and we have different prizes every month too. So I'd love it if you could follow along. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful evening.